Hey everyone, I'm Max Murphy. You're watching Mac News Weekly, South by Southwest 2009. This is Mac News Weekly number 72. I am here with Bob Boilen from NPR's All Songs Considered. So Bob, how are you today?
Just great. Just arrived in Austin. Really excited.
Yeah, this is my first time here and it's beautiful. So for people that don't know, what is All Songs Considered?
It's a music show started in the year 2000 for people to discover new music. And that's its whole mission, is for someone to fall in love with one piece of music or two pieces of music out of a show of 6 or 10 songs every week.
And the thing is, there's a lot of good music out there. So what's your process to choosing what actually goes to air?
I get a couple hundred CDs every week. I blindfold, not literal blindfold, but I listen to CDs without knowing what I'm listening to. And if I'm interested by the first cut, then I go to the second song. Then I start to peel open and look at the CD, look at the artwork, see who these artists are. And if I really like the third song, I put it aside and I take it on a car ride. I take it, in my bed with the headphones on maybe at night and spend more time with it. But the process is really, you start with the first song. If it's not good, I might not make it to the second.
So first impressions are pretty key.
It's absolute. I mean, and it's, having done this for a long time, you get the aesthetics of a band fairly quickly. And often you hear that in the very first notes of a song.
Now, a big thing about All Songs Considered is that it's entirely distributed online. Do you see that new media and online distribution will take over radio, or will it live side by side, almost like TV and radio do today?
Well, we went backwards. Normally, NPR, when they developed shows, started with a show that went to radio and then might have found other mediums. All Songs Considered started with online in 2000, like you say, and then now it's also on radio. I think they can live side by side. But, as people expect to hear something when they want to hear something, that's going to make the podcast, the stream online, much more important. But I think they both have a home. If I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking or I'm doing some work around the house, there's a real good chance I'll flip on the radio and try that chance. I'm not sure if that's generational or not. My son, who's 16, wonders why we even have a radio, because he can listen to what he wants to when he wants to. So it'll be curious to see how the generations form. I know in my generation, I like that chance thing that I might turn something on and hear something. And I hope people hang on to that. I think it's really important.
And now you're a big radio guy. Before All Songs Considered, what was your career before All Songs?
Well, I directed All Things Considered for the last 19 years, so since 1989. Came to NPR in 88. I did some TV and TV production before. I was a musician for years in rock bands, so that's one of the reasons my love for music is still very strong. I really empathize with bands who try to be up and coming, because I've been there. Theater, writing music for theater, composing for theater. I was a business major and a psych major in college. So,
is All Songs Considered your main job?
Right now it is. I stay in last summer. I left All Things Considered after 19 years there, just to do this full time. I was doing concurrently All Things Considered and All Songs Considered since together for 8 years, and I found more and more my passion was leaning towards doing the All Songs Considered, and felt it was time to put all my heart and soul into it.
So it must be really nice to actually go after your passions and do your passion full time.
I'm really fortunate. I mean, I went to NPR having quit my television job, and went to NPR and asked for a job in 1988, not ever having a day spent in radio. They had no reason to hire me. It was totally a crapshoot on my part. But it's what I wanted to do and what I hoped to do, and I got lucky. Somebody saw something in me that made them want to hire me, and so following your heart's a good thing, and it served me well, and that's what I do every day now.
You're also a Mac user. How do you use that in production of All Songs Considered?
Completely. I edit in Soundtrack Pro, which is a really good sound editor, and that's how the whole show is done. It's mixed, it's cut up using Soundtrack Pro. Most of NPR uses a proprietary system, but I love Soundtrack Pro. I love using the Mac. I use Logic to compose music. I still write music and make music, and I use Logic to do that. We do concerts at my desk with 2 high-def cameras, and I use Final Cut Pro to do that. So It's in my bag. It's just over here.
So you breathe in a Mac. This is not your first time at South by Southwest, but what do you look forward to every year, and why do you come back every year to this conference?
To be surprised. It's why I pick up that next CD in the pile in my office, is to be surprised about something, to hear something, a combination of things maybe I wouldn't have imagined. Maybe it's just transforming a genre that I thought I knew and understood. Maybe it's poetry and some lyrics that might make me think about my own life. But that element of surprise and discovery, it just never ends for me.
And are there any bands this year that you're specifically excited about?
Well, the Decemberists, who I've seen many times, are premiering a new album, which is an extraordinary record called The Hazards of Love. So I really want to see that because I've never done it live before. It'll be the first time. There's a guy named Kanan, who's a hip-hop artist and mixes pop songs. He's from Somalia. I'm intrigued by that. There's an artist called Mikachu and the Shapes, who are from England, and they're sort of cutting up all sorts of styles and jumbling them together. There's so many. There really are.
People can find All Songs Considered at
npr.org/allsongs, or the bigger picture of what we're covering at South by Southwest is it's npr.org/SXSW, and don't try to say that too fast.
Bob Boilen, thanks so much.
It's a pleasure to meet you.